Ah, mic test. Oni-chan, can you hear me? Testing, testing. Oni-chan, do you read me? Meowing, by the way. Meowing Oni-chan, meowing Masenko23. Meowing Fisty. You got fisted by me today, didn't you? I was gonna fist you more in the litter box, but I didn't do it. Commanding Father CJC, commanding Aspect 345, commanding C Graves, commanding Luxafate, thank you for calling me Maple, commanding Eggigoka, thank you for calling me Queen. Yes, I'm reading chat. Wow. I'm next, please. You don't want to be fisted by me. Commanding Sheeple, commanding Max Saker, commanding Izuku Maldoria, don't worry, there will be more of that, where that came from. Commanding LDTGX, commanding Black T Ramos. Double fist me, please. No, God's gift. I cannot do that. Why do you guys? I don't mean what you think I mean, right? You have tiny paws for fisting. Okay, that does make it sound more tolerable. Commanding Accentique, thank you for calling me Papa. Commanding the Consultant for 27. Commanding Owl Knight, hi. Master Mommy Fister. This is not a name that I wish to adopt for myself. And no, Goon Maxine Bot Cell. I don't like this tag. I don't like this one. I don't like it either, Z Graves. Good morning. Good morning, Rainy Danny. How are you? If you want to be smitten, that can be arranged. But what I mean is, like, the demon inside me, it has awakened. It's awakened and it's taken over. And the aura, the dark aura that surrounds me grows bigger and thicker, like a smog, like a heavy smog all around me. And it turns my eyes dark, pitch black, and it hollows my heart out, empty, although it was already empty to begin with. So I'm on a rampage, is what I'm saying. Hi, Demon, how are you? Honestly, I'm doing okay. My throat hurts. We're so emo today. Let's not get fisted today, guys. It's unhealthy. Can't leave long lasting. It can leave long lasting damage. I didn't mean it that way. Commander Random Passerby. What I meant is that, like, not sure if it's hormones. Wait, quick, Max Saker. You're tracking this, right? How far away am I from my next period? Anyway, not sure if it's hormones. It could be. But I'm both freakishly redacted, you know? You fill in the blanks, use your imagination. And also, I don't know, it's like bloodthirst. I got a thirst for blood. Good morning, Cirrus. If you're interested in a good book, I'd recommend A Social Critique of the Judgment of Taste by Pierre Bourdieu. Yes, it's by a Frenchman, but he basically studied how cultural capital influenced perceptions of taste and aesthetics in France. It sounds like it would be honestly, Oni-chan, you're right. It does sound like it would be exactly up my alley. Don't know where you found this book, but this is the only time I'll say these words. Can you please DM it to me so I don't forget? I want to read this, whatever this is. You've got a dedicated period tracker? No. It's like it's a group project. It's open source. Any VTubers and their fans can participate, I believe. Week and a half. Okay. Blood for the blood gods. I have a hormones. Wait, not that kind of whore. October 10th. Okay. My last period started October 10th. Let's see. I need my calendar. Give me a second. Blood talk with Moon. I like it. Yeah, this is a different kind of love. It's love from the moon god straight to my uterus, straight to my fallopian tubes and ovarians. I mean ovaries. There must have been another in between, right? October? Oh yeah, so Max, maybe you missed the November one. Yeah, okay, but man, did I not tweet it? I might not have tweeted this one. Manning Nezushima. Why is chat talking about fisting? I said that I fisted a viewer, but it's not like that. Listen, this is not for the Google Doc. Well, maybe it is. It's for the different type. It's a different section of the Google Doc. I did not groom my chatter. It's quite the opposite. It's like, think of it as, I became the executioner, and I'm here. I'm here. I'm dragging bodies. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't kill anybody yet, but it was like that. It was like that. I'm doing the grooming 50. Caught in 4K. Please, somebody, please. Someone please screenshot this for me. I feel like I'm gonna need evidence down the road. Anyway, Moon went elbow deeps on the poor man. No, no, no. White Ren. Yes, the meowing. The fistening. Anyway. I don't understand fully, but thank you for explaining. I'm still in the process of explaining. I'm just getting distracted by chat again. Yeah. So, I don't know. I suspect, so I think if I had a period on October 10th, and then a month later I had a period maybe around the 6th, November 6th, I should be due, let's see, 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is in the 10 days, it was November 8th. Thank you, Oni-chan, for the accurate information. Let's see, every 28 days. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 21, 28. So I'm a little bit early. I'm a little bit early for this to be hormonal. If my period is to return December 5th, oh, the 5th? Okay, or the 7th. Okay, yeah. If it's to return not this weekend, but the following weekend, I'm a little bit early for my emotions to be explained by hormones. Cloud hugs, good meowing, by the way. I appreciate you for having faith that I could be pregnant. That's very sweet of you to assume that I have sex, but sorry to inform, I am celibate. Is it voluntary or involuntary? I feel like women cannot be, like, traditionally involuntarily celibate, but in a way we can, though. In a way we can, because, like, I want to be having sex probably with my honey, with someone that I love, but I'm not willing to do what it takes to make that a reality. It doesn't mean I can't get any sex at all, probably, because, no offense to the other gender, I'm about to get sexist again, but the other gender will fuck things like hot dogs and car exhausts and couches. Anyway, good morning, Great Ninja 321. It was me, I'm the father. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Stop distracting me. Doesn't the time vary? Not every month, same time. Thank you, Nezus Ishima. You're absolutely correct. I do have irregular periods, so it could be accurate. Maybe I get one a little bit early or whatever. You're right. Mine varies. Sometimes I don't get it. Sometimes I get it. Hot dogs? We do what now? Mountain Canaan. I didn't do anything to the teddy bear Izuku. This is slander. Listen, this is slander and defamation. I'll see you in court, buddy. I'll see you in court, bucko. I did not touch that teddy bear inappropriately. I promise. I promise. I'm not saying that I'm innocent in general, but that teddy bear and I had no such relations. Mm-mm-mm. Why are we talking about dogs again? I'm more of a femcel than an incel, despite being a guy. Oh, LDTGX, that slaps. I love that. I love that for you. Does that mean you're hot? Is that what it means? It means you're hot. Um, um anyway. Anyway. Oh no. Oh no. I've lost all of the plot armor for this whole stream already, and it's 10 minutes in. What does being a male femcel even mean? I think a male femcel is someone who's hot enough to get it, who doesn't get it for other reasons that are also slightly involuntary. it's like a hot man who could definitely, he could hit it. He could hit. But maybe he like works too much or like doesn't like to leave his house or something like that. And it's like, it's like it's like, maybe he has social anxiety or something. Yeah. Hot enough for sex but not a relationship. A celibate femboy. Moon, have you ever watched Max? Nope, not yet, Max Aker. I've not watched him yet. You can always just start streaming, get your plot armor back, as long as you stay on topic. Anyway, to talk more about my, my culling of the Moonies, the rampage that I'm on, the war that I'm waging that has just begun. I've decided I'm putting my foot down. No more simps. No simping. No simping. No harassing the streamer and no simping. I've said it, okay? And I will say it again because I feel like clockwork. At least once a month, I have this exact conversation where I'm like, "Wah wah wah, I don't want to be pandered to. Wah wah wah. I wish you guys would stop being fake nice to me. Like, you could be nice a little bit. You could be a normal. Okay, Owl Knight, you're fine. You're fine. There's like a level. There's a level. No, you don't. Only Chan, you don't have to ban Ninja. So Ninja, he's not simping. He's just a whore. I'll tell you. To me, simping is when like you pry into my personal information, you read too much into what I say and misinterpret me. You bombard me with messages trying to psychoanalyze me and also offering to be my white knight, right? In shining armor. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I have my teddy bear. Relax. I'm friend zoning you anyway. That's the best way to do it, Egigoka. I cry and I sob. Commanding Danny plays 200. Why am I worried about this username again? Some people like feet commanding Tunibi. Anyway, I can't control you all yet because, oh boy, do I have books to read. Oh boy. So I'm reading about magic, not about magic the way you read about religion, the way you read about, the history of magics or whatever. I'm not interested. I downloaded a book about the demographics of Wiccans, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about this. I don't care who's pagan and who's not. I don't care. I don't care how many live in Europe or whatever. Like this is not what I signed up for. Yes, I'm gonna be casting spells, not yet, but soon. Anyway, so amongst my books, the books about, not about, but with rituals. Moon is getting into card games. No, Magic the Gathering. No, Kamel Hasuki. How are you? Long time no see. honestly surprised Moon wasn't already into witchcraft. Z Graves, you're wrong. I am already into it, but like, the thing is, I feel like I'm too much of a realist. So on the one hand, I don't like how people poo-poo on new age anything. Like, it seems like the new age spiritual types have become the butt of so many jokes where like both the atheists and the, Abrahamic religion followers just shit on new age forever. They're like, those weirdos. I think that's boring, so I'm not gonna do that. But like, I don't really believe in new age stuff. That's the truth, right? Like, there may be some, how do I say, okay, I'll say it more clearly, right? I don't believe in God. I don't believe in reincarnation. I do believe in magic. I do believe that magic has a scientific backing. I believe in astrology. I believe in star stuff, right? But I believe that the explanations are they're missing critical information. Yeah. I do believe in astrology and fortune telling, but I think that the other thing too, I think there's a lot of con artists who are just very, or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they're con artists or what. Like, that are just very, there's some like disingenuous people. Meow 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 meow. Where was I going with this? Anyway, I downloaded a book on grimoires. I bought a book about grimoires, and it's the introduction started discussing forbidden books, banned books, burned books, and it mentioned things like Harry Potter, but it also mentioned the Little Red Book and um the one Hitler wrote and the one the communists wrote. So I downloaded those two, and I think I'm on a list now, but I'm going to be reading a lot, boys. I'm going to be reading a whole lot. The point of this this whole spiel is that like I'm not at the point yet where I understand enough about human psychology to control the troops and, take over the masses. Good morning, Xenomorphica. How are you? I was gonna make a joke about Harry Potter. Are vaccines new age? I heard those give you autism. No comment. Protocols of the Elders of Zion. Yes, Zuku, something like that. Random passerby. Oh no. Anyway, is psychology stuff in that book as well? I don't know. I haven't read them yet, but I feel like I need to understand the mentality of those types that have captured, the masses. Don't say that name out loud. Fine, fine, fine. Don't even know which name. I'm not saying it. Anyway, I don't condone bigotry or racism, by the way. I know every time I say that, there's gonna be someone who's like, oh, look at this woman being a woman. But I'm just being honest. It's true. I think it's boring. I hate plenty of people. Don't get me wrong. I just hate them for other reasons. Nothing to do with the race or religion. Sadly, there's plenty of other reasons to hate people that I think are just as valid or more valid, rather. Anyway, enough about that. Before stream, I did some artwork while on the tour, using the litter box, right? I had to drop, what did they call it? Drop the kids off at the pool, but I had inspiration to draw, which I don't often have. Sometimes it just strikes you and I had to get it. It's like that big magic thing where like the poem runs through you and you have to chase it and you have to grab it by the tail and get it on the paper before it's gone. So I hope it wasn't finger painting. No, no, no. I had to paint some images that I saw in my dream. I had a really long dream. It was super detailed, super vivid, and I could see all the pictures. It was like a movie. It was very emotional. I did do a dream analysis, but unfortunately for you guys, I do not have enough time in this stream to share the details right now. So instead, we'll just do the regular stream. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all the kitty cats in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, thank you for watching Love Talk with Mrs. Moonson. That's this thing right here we're doing now. This is a daily talk show where a kitten who's smitten chats about love, life, and anime. Not always in that order. Go live every day at approximately 8 o'clock Universal, but depending on my mood, it really changes. Depending on my mood, my anxiety, my sleep or lack of sleep, my gooning habits, sometimes the time changes. So you blink and you miss it. Anyway, today's my favorite day of the week, Moe Manga Menhera Monday, and I have a manga to recommend to you today. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, bye, Father. Have a good day. Thank you for swinging by. I appreciate it. Where was I? Where was I? The stream isn't over. It's just beginning now. That stuff was not the intermission. The introduction. That was the introduction. Anyway. I don't have a question of the day because I'm not that curious. Yesterday I wasn't talking to you guys. Today I'm talking to you guys. So let's take it slow. Let's take it slow to see how much you can handle this. And then, instead of Menhera memes, I had something else. Let's start with that instead, actually, because I feel like it. So, every day, I start my day with reading. I start my day with books. And right now, I'm reading the Tao Te Ching. But I'm also reading something called How to Love. And this one, it's like, I don't know how you describe this, but every page is like, a little blurb about something, some lessons, right? So I read novels, nonfiction and fiction, but I also like having like daily snippets of reading, right? And I'm gonna read this one to you. The art of offering happiness. In a friendship, we try to offer our friend happiness. Sometimes you think you're doing something for someone else's happiness when actually your action is making them suffer. The willingness to make someone happy isn't enough. You have your own idea of happiness, but to make someone else happy, you have to understand that person's needs, suffering, and desires, and not assume you know what will make them happy. Ask, what would make you happy? This is related both to the dream/nightmare that I had. Fisty, I kind of want a screenshot of this too. So Fisty says, it's important to try and understand someone else's idea of happiness. This is what we call peak irony. My kitty cat, one of many cats, and I don't know. Anyway, this is irony because I feel like, yes, this is the part of the stream where Moon is an ungrateful bitch, but sometimes people think they're being kind to me, but they don't understand me at all. Like, I'll spend a whole stream talking about something, and then they'll leave a comment like, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to explain this in words other than to say, like, they totally miss the point or totally misinterpret my words, or they think that they're offering me a kindness when they're making me suffer and they're making me uncomfortable. I'll just be super duper 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 clear. I don't want to be DM'd. I don't want to be DM'd offers to hang out or to chat or whatever. I'm not saying that. So Fisty isn't the one who did this, but I don't want to be DM'd proposals either. I can't marry you, okay? I'm busy. I'm busy. Anyway. So instead of assuming and thinking, well, I'm doing something nice, so this person's gonna be happy, just ask, like, you know? And then when they tell you, you gotta listen. You gotta listen. Okay, bye, Cirrus. It's like when I post too many cats. I mean, Izuku, I mean, go off, do what you want to do. It's just that, to make that clear, I don't mind when you post, or anyone posts too many cats. It's more that, like, I only have so many hours in the day. I'm very distractible. I just don't have time to keep up, so then I end up not seeing any of them, which is a little bit sad. It's like an all or nothing kind of thing. Like, I want to look at them all, or I want to look at none. But if there's too many, I can't look at them all. Anyway. I don't ever expect to understand you with different peeps. That's true, I'm an alien. I'm an alien who's been corrupted by a demon. How nice. How nice. When you've been friends with someone long enough, you can know what they would want. Passerby, maybe. I think for some people who are particularly intuitive, sure. A lot of people know. And then also, like, I have borderline, and also, just like Nimmy said, we ain't friends. I'm quoting I'm quoting the great Nimmy Nightmare. Unfortunately, the relationship we have is something, it's like a mix between Stockholm syndrome, right? Cult worship. It's not friendship. I'm one of the ones that bother you, Moon? No, Egigoka, you're not. And you know how you know this, Egigoka? I don't think I've never singled you out and told you that. Like, I never told you to stop, which means you're fine, you're fine. You don't really simp, honestly. You friend zone me. Moon has interesting problems. No, I don't. I have first world problems. Did Nimmy say that, or was it the other one? Fauna did. Oh, shit. Shit. My bad. You know, one green VTuber, another green VTuber. It's all the same. It's all the same. And now, that doesn't mean I don't want to be friends with viewers. I know this. Okay, let me stop. This sounds hypocritical. Let me be really super clear. I am not trying to give anyone false hope. If you're listening right now, we'll probably never be friends. That's just reality. But I'm also afraid to say that, like, it's impossible, because I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a smitten kitten. So who knows? Someday, one day, maybe, it's not gonna be you. It's probably not you. But the love of my life might find me on this fucking stream. And you know, if I say never, then, you know, I'm like, if I say never, then I'm a hypocrite if that door opens. But I will say though, Great Ninja, no. Moon is a fake fan, that's true. I don't watch VTubers. I don't have time. Mounting Kimmy's, how are you? The real friends are the VTubers we met along the way. I should avoid this girl. Yes, you should avoid me, that's true. I'm losing my voice. It should have been me. Kanan, you can do better. I don't want proposals, but... What if Moonies catch a bullet for you? Since you read books that put you on a list. You know what? Okay, let's talk about this then. I started reading a romance novel today. Man, this stream is gonna go a little bit over time. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I was reading a romance novel today. It started off so promising. It was like a super high-tech dystopian future. And you got this single woman who's like, she's about business. I have no idea what her job is, but she's a busy lady, right? And she has not one, but two robot made waifu kind of things at home. I don't know if they're waifus. This is my own headcanon, by the way. But she has she has robot assistants at home. One of them tells her like the daily weather and the time, like how long she's been out, and oh, welcome home, master. You've been out for 6 hours and here's what you missed or whatever. And then the other one does other things I can't remember at the moment. I think they do like house chores and stuff. Anyway. On her way home, this girl boss, this fancy lady, who has places to go, right? She's headed where she's headed. She's got fancy things. She's got robots. I want robots. Anyway, she finds this man slumped over in an alley close to her house. But she's worried because she's like, okay, this is weird. He looks injured. Is he homeless? This is none of my business. So she goes in, she kind of like sees him, thinks about it, and then ignores him and goes about her business in her home. Then while she's having dinner prepared by one of her robots, again, she's living like, an ideal life here. She thinks to herself, you know what? If I don't get him, this overbearing, because she lives in like a dystopian society, right? She's like, what if he doesn't have papers and ICE kidnaps him from the street? I should help him, right? She's the kind of person who would help Anne. I'm not going to say the name because I think Oni-chan got mad when I said that name before too. Anyway, so she goes back out and she rescues him, and she also notices that, oh, he's kind of dirty and it looks like he's bleeding, but his face is pretty handsome, by the way. And as she brings him into the house, they're being watched by two other people who say something like, okay, his plan worked, and then they scuttle away, right? So she doesn't know she's being watched. This feels off topic, but I promise it was supposed to be on topic. I'll try to make it work. Okay? So anyway, long story even longer. Yes, there was a bath involved. She didn't bathe him, but she did buy him clothes and medicine, and she had one of the robots do his like dressing at first, but then the robot was being kind of rough, so she was like, "Move out of the way, robot. I'll take over." And then she helped dress his wounds. And then like after a couple days when he starts healing, she falls asleep and he kisses her on the lips while she's sleeping. But anyway, so here's what upset me. I was so excited because they clearly live in like a hostile world full of clankers and it's like that techno dystopia that we're entering now. And we have this independent woman who's making her way and trying to survive. But really quickly it turns out that the guy, so like she had been in an accident and she actually has amnesia. She doesn't remember how she got there. She's just working hard to get out of there. But he's like this super important person from the imperial capital of wherever they live or whatever. And I think they used to date and then they had to be like separated or something. So he lost her for a while. Like she was stolen from him. That was his honey. That was his sweetie. And he's there to like save her, but he's tricking her because he knows her personality, that if he just showed up and like tried to be like, come with me, she wouldn't go for it. But she's kind of empathetic, so like she would take in a homeless man. Why am I saying this? I had to drop it. I had to stop reading because he turned out to be a super wealthy, like almost head of military or something like that. I don't remember the name of the story. I forget. I'll look it up later and tell you maybe. I don't think I closed it. I just stopped reading it. It's on my tablet. I check it later. Anyway, the point. So he turns out to be super wealthy and super rich. And when he's all healed up, she's in a rush to get him out of her house. And he's like, she finds out like he wants to offer her money for compensation for taking care of him. So he gives her access to a bank account, and then she sees how much money is in the bank account, and it's more zeros than she can, she can even read and all this stuff. Anyway, so he's like perfect, right? He's like strong and rich and powerful, and he's here to save the day. And I'm like, that's so boring. That's so boring. Here's what I like though. I do like harsh stories with like, with scary situations and circumstances. So the setting was pretty good. It turns out she was an illegal with fake papers that she got from the black market. He's a Zimbabwean gazillionaire. Yeah, exactly. That's boring. Well, it's not totally. It is boring, honestly. So here's what I'm getting to. Um, I want to write my own version of this story, where instead, like, she's kind of independent and can take care of herself, but in key moments, he can step in and use his physical strength or his experience to help them. I feel like in these stories when the guy is too much better or too powerful or too rich, it's both unrealistic and kind of boring. So yeah. Anyway, so what I was trying to say is like if I do end up in prison for reading this chat message, give me out in United States Postal Service. I will not explode on you. If I do end up in prison and a Moonie happens to break me out when I can't do it myself, maybe not illegally, maybe like a Moonie decides to represent me in court or something. Maybe I fall in love in that circumstance. I leave it alone. Manga for today is called Meat Market by someone called Kikai. There's no description. It's a one shot, but it's you know, you know, it's good. I really like it. It's pretty dark. I would say that if you're squeamish, maybe if you're not really a fan of horror, don't read it. It's not gory or anything. It's not random passerby. It could have been. It's not gory though. I wouldn't have made it to the end. What kind of meat do they sell? Like chicken and cow meat and what else? Duck, I don't know, etc. Um your version would have pantsu, of course. Cat? You know what? There is one panel that has a cat on the roof, and it made me think maybe they do sell. I don't know though. I didn't see it. Anyway, read it. It's good if you want to. It's very short. I also like pretty much every other work by the same person. Kikai. I read it in chat. Why not? Kikai is the name. Anyway, what else do I have for you today? I think that's it. Here's a quote. This is your life, stolen from the Lord knows where, but the Lord isn't real. So I don't know. I don't know where I took this from, but I like it. Okay? And I know some of you are going to try to find a way to argue with me and say, this quote is bad. This isn't actually my life or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. You guys just like to argue with me. Stop contending with me. Okay? I'm trying to be peaceful like the Buddha. I'm trying to be peaceful. Anyway. I like it though, because it's like, it's simple, it's a stark and honest reminder, When you close your eyes and fantasize about holding your sexy cat girl robot waifu, who, licks your ears, that's just fantasy, right? But when you open your eyes and there you are, that's actually your life. I mean, maybe your thoughts and fantasies are kind of something like they're like simulation, but they're not your real life. They're just in your head. This quote is bad. Gavadier, didn't I warn you? I told you guys I'm an executioner. I'm fisting people in here. Not like that. Not like that. But anyway. Stream is over. Goodbye. I love you. Thanks for bearing with me. Try as I might. As much as I try to push everyone away, I try to push all the Moonies away because I don't want to be loved. I don't want to be looked after or adored. A lot of you just like keep showing up. I think it's Stockholm syndrome, isn't it? You guys like being abused by me, don't you? This is gonna get us in trouble. There's gonna be a whole documentary on us someday. Anyway, I love you. Happy Monday. Have a really good have a really good rest of your week. I'm actually the abuser. That's crazy, Izuku. That's crazy. You can't just say that. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with Otaku Tuesday. Yes, I'm also still watching Free Ren, and boys, here's my hot take. Free Ren is underrated. This anime, it's better. It's better. It's better than anything anyone has said about it, and I'm angry. I am so mad. It's so fucking good. It's perfect. It is underrated, Oni-chan, because listen, anime fans will hype any anime fans will hype up any dog shit. Like, I don't even have to name them. They hype up so many things. I feel like it transcends the genre for sure. Yeah. I think it's higher than number 1. I think it's more than that. Literally no one shuts the fuck up about it. Everyone says it's good. Yeah, but they don't say it loudly enough. You know, Oni-chan, they just say it on the internet and stuff. You should be like carving Free Ren into your skin. That's the kind of dedication I want to see. Do you have a favorite character? It's too early to say, but I love the way it's written. So far, all of the characters are endearing, and I do mean that sincerely. Even the villains are very well written so far. They don't say it's perfect. Well, they're wrong. It's perfect. It is perfect. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye.